Good afternoon. This is Killian Strain coming at you with the first of a number of live ration mashups that I will be doing. And I apologize for that little white thing that's sticking out right there. That is just part of the mount that I'm using. And so I think I might wait a couple minutes before getting started. And plus I just turned the water on to boil up. So I decided that I'm just going to boil the entrees and any of the hot sides that I would go with it. And instead of trying to use the ration heaters, I only have 3, and some of the items are just too big for the ration heaters anyway. So Lori, it's going good here, and so instead of using the spoons or the spork that I got in any of the rations, I have my oops, sorry. I will bump this, no doubt, so I apologize for it. This is my foreignmra.com spork. You can get it on the foreignmra.com website. They're titanium. They're very lightweight, and they're great for camping. And I will do my coffee in my foreignmra.com mug. And I have this drinking jar that I've had for years and years. It looks like a regular old canning mason jar with a handle on it, but it's meant simply to be like a drinking mug. So I've had this thing for years, so sorry about that bumping. Totally not professional here. But I'll show you what I'm going to have for my first meal. The Wandering Marine Veteran, thanks for dropping in. I have the Tuscan beef with cannellini beans, lentils, and vegetables. And I'm going to pair that with the au gratin potatoes. Yep. This is au gratin potatoes. I've actually had these before. So I have a pot on the stove with water getting ready to boil. So that might take a little while. I probably should have started that a little earlier. Then for my cold drink, this is the MRE Star Fortified Lemonade. It's like an isotonic vitamin enriched lemonade. See, what MRE Star does is they will put a colored dot on the packaging to indicate what the drink could be, like what color it could be, or maybe a flavor. And then I have the Rombouts coffee, which came from the British ORP. And I have this, it's basically sweetened condensed milk. And these white packs, I think, are only in the milled cold weather rations. The MREs that are designed to be used in very cold climates with the freeze-dried mains that Mountain House does for them. And I have apple jelly to put on these South African biscuits. This is the Canadian Soldier Fuel peanut butter energy bar that you would find in a Canadian IMP. This is the British vacuum sealed roasted and salted peanuts that came from the ORP. And this is a chocolate well, it's called, referred to as a milky dessert, but it's like a custard or a pudding. So this is basically a chocolate pudding. That's what's in this little can. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire up the coffee pot to heat up the water for my coffee. And I'll check to see if the other pot is boiling, and if it is, I will go ahead and put these two in it. So I'll be right back. I'm having issues with one burner on my stove. It's part of the apartment, so I really can't do anything about it. But I had to put that water on another burner. But in the meantime, I'll go ahead and mix up this lemonade. The packet calls for 12 ounces of water. Sorry about that. That's what the powder looks like. Almost completely white. Back here, I'm gonna this does turn like, this look like regular lemonade. There's quite a bit of powder in there, so it's going to take a little while for all this to dissolve, but I want to let it sit anyway while it does its thing. So that is what the lemonade looks like. I'm going to put that back here. Oh, wow. Thank you, Lori. That's, wow, that's very kind of you. That's unexpected. Yes, those sporks could be longer, and you can buy the Tokes or other brands of the titanium sporks that will be as long or longer than an MRE spoon or British RP spork or Canadian IMP spoon or their new sporks. That you can fit down into a mountain house or backpacker's pantry bag. But if you're not eating out of anything like that, this is still a great item. Yeah, the IMPs have a spork now. They changed it over to the color but they're still the same length as the original white spoon that the IMP had. So I think my water is done for my coffee, so I'll go ahead and put the rumbouts in. It's a coarse granule freeze-dried coffee. I'm going to go ahead and squirt the sweetened condensed milk in. It's almost like it's not a true white like normal milk because it's been processed. Well, my water is boiling, so I went ahead and put the entree and the side into the pot. Just put that there. Make sure want to make sure I got every last bit out of here. This makes it quite blonde. So that's what the coffee looks like. Now, while I have the entree and the side boiling, I'm going to open up the rest of the. I got to hiss off the peanuts. I hope you heard that. So this is what the peanuts are like. I'm going to open up these South African digestive biscuits. They are made by a company that calls itself MRE for South African rations. And there's a channel called Blind Fox who is in South Africa and is able to get the South African rations and a few others that are available locally. But shipping down there is extremely expensive, and it will take a lot of time. So one of these is broken, but this is. See, they even put their logo into the biscuit. So this is the apple jelly. And this is what the apple jelly looks like. Now the Canadian Soldier Fuel Bar, I'm going to go ahead and open that up. It looks a lot like the American Power Bar, but thicker. And it's thicker than the US First Strike bars, but it looks kind of the same. Camera doesn't want to focus on it, I guess. But it looks like Rice Krispie things in there. So this, if you're allergic to peanuts or nuts, you wouldn't want to be getting one of these. But so again, this is the Soldier Fuel Bar peanut butter. Yep, this looks just like a chocolate pudding. So I'll set that right there. I'm going to go ahead and try this apple jelly on this South African biscuit. Oh, these are a little sweet. There are no ingredients listed on the package, but these are probably similar to other digestive biscuits, but they're more like a sweet cookie. And the apple jelly tastes good on it. Now I'm going to try this lemonade. It tastes like lemonade, but you can sort of taste the other nutrients of these peanuts. Right amount of salt for me. It could probably stand another couple of minutes in the roaster, but they're still good. They're better than the plain unsalted peanuts that you get in some rations. I'm going to try the coffee with this sweetened condensed milk in it. Yep, that it does taste like milk in the coffee, so you can really taste the milk in it. But I can still taste the coffee, and I do like the Roundabouts coffee. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a little sample of this French pudding. It's chocolate. It's really good. It's a lot thinner or looser than an American chocolate or any other pudding. And it's not at all like what the British would call a pudding. Now I'm going to go get the 2 pouches that I put into the hot water, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm wiping these off. These are pretty hot. This one is mashed potatoes. Or no, the au gratin potatoes. I paired the mashed potatoes with something else. The tear notch is on the side, but I'm going to cut it across and to open it this way instead of using the tear notch on the side. See, that is quite saucy. It's a liquidy sauce that's in there. Now I have the Tuscan beef. This one has the tear notch across this way, which is good. So I have that out, and that is blending with, I'll have to reposition this so you can see what I got here. There we go. I'm just going to move that back there. So now I have the au gratin potatoes, and one went right into the Tuscan beef sauce, but let's give that a try. Oh yeah, I want to see Smokey stream tonight. He always does good ones. Well, that beef sauce actually works well with the potato. See, that's a cannellini bean. The bean is quite soft. I can get some of the beef with the vegetables. Oh, that's pretty darn good. I'm going to mix this together because this tastes good this way. Mix these potatoes in here. If the South African biscuits would not have been as sweet as they are, or if I would have picked the salty biscuits from the French ration, or the Emery crackers, I probably would have broken them up in here, but I think this will work just fine. Not a total gun dog treatment, obviously, but it's a mashup. And this is going to be one enjoyable lunch. Now, cannellini beans are available in both dry and canned form here in the U.S. So it's not an uncommon bean. I mean, it's not as popular as, say, pinto beans or kidney beans or black beans, but you know, they're still a good, tasty bean. The beef is like very finely shredded, almost to the point of being ground beef. There's carrots in here, and I think red bell pepper. And that's about all the vegetables that I can pick out. But it's still good. I'm going to go ahead and take a taste of this Soldier Fuel Bar. Yep, just as I thought it would be. Crispy rice in there, kind of like the U.S. First Strike bars or the commercially available power bars. Hey, blackberry Welcome to my live stream. I'm doing a series of ration mashups with all of the ration components that I received. Instead of just reviewing them as they're originally packaged, I decided to have a little fun. I don't know how many other reviewers have done this with rations, but I thought it would be fun to just mix up all the components and create different meals out of it. So I've mixed the Tuscan beef with vegetables, with au gratin potatoes, and I have South African biscuits, and I'll put a little bit more of this apple jelly on here. I got 3 packs of those biscuits. 2 packs came in the Ration mugs, which I got from them. And the other was in the 24-hour custom ration that I had ordered. And I have the peanuts here. They're roasted and salted peanuts from a British RP ration. And this back here is a French chocolate dessert, like a pudding, like an American style pudding. And I have the MRE Star fortified lemonade. And in my coffee, I have the Rumbal's coffee from the British RP and sweetened condensed milk white packet that is found in the U.S. Meal cold weather rations. Sorry, I keep bumping my mount, so excuse the shakiness. But yeah, this is my lunch today, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Just thought it would be different to do this, and because of my internet issues, I don't have home internet. I'm using a hotspot, so I'm really burning the data on that. But I wanted to do this live because it'll save time. I don't have to wait for several hours for a video to upload, and that would eat up more data than doing it live. Yeah, that would explain the buffering. If it's buffering, when I did this unbagging last night and unboxing of all of this plus my shopping haul, which I did in a single live stream, I saw the buffering myself. I kept getting disconnected, but I kept coming back on. And so I do apologize for that. And I'm trying to see the comments on my phone screen, but because on that it doesn't stay very long, I may miss a lot of them. So I do apologize in advance if I miss a comment. It's just hard to go back and see all those. I did see the super chat this time. I missed it yesterday, and one of the others came on and said that I had gotten that super chat. So I was able to thank the donor for that. So I do appreciate those super chats. And my first check from AdSense on Google, most of that was basically that covered the cost of my new tripod and my Vivitar video camera, which I bought batteries for it yesterday to try it out. So, but I can't go live with it, obviously. I have to shoot and then upload. But I will be messing with that soon. Yeah, it's hard. You know, I mean, it took a long time for me to get to where I am. I was monetized before, then YouTube changed the rules, and so I lost my monetization. And so it took me some time to get back up there to get to the 4,000 watch hours in a single year. So now I just have to try to keep that up. But most of last month and the first few days of this month was Ramadan, so I was not uploading a lot. I watched some videos, I dropped a few comments, but I was spending so much time at the mosque that I just didn't have time to do anything like this. Joran, good to see you here. I'm doing a ration mashup. I decided to basically bust open all of the rations that I have and mix all the contents up to create different meals and pairings. For instance, this is Tuscan beef with vegetables, and then I mixed it with au gratin potatoes that have a very runny cheese sauce, and this tastes good together. I have a Canadian Soldier Fuel Bar peanut flavor, and it's like a thicker version of a Power Bar or American First Strike bar. And I have South African digestive biscuits, which are kind of sweet, that I've been putting a little bit of apple jelly on. And I have roasted and salted peanuts from UK Ration. I have a French chocolate dessert, basically like a chocolate pudding. I got MRE Star brand lemonade, fortified, and then I have Rombout's coffee with a packet of sweetened condensed milk. So yeah, this is my lunch today. And then my next one, I have all of the items divided up. So I spent quite a bit of time. I was up to almost 2 o'clock figuring these out. I just wanted to get all these things divided up into individual meals. So that's it was time consuming, but I wanted to go ahead and get that done. So now all I have to do is grab the box or the bag that I put them in for the next meal I want to do, and go ahead and set up for it and go live with it. So for instance, I have the chickpea curry from the British ORP paired with the mashed potatoes, the garlic mashed potatoes instead of the rice. And I put the rice with one of the pouches of the barbecue chicken with black beans. Yeah, the apple jelly tastes good on these biscuits. one and put some more on there so I can see what it looks like on there. So for my next meal, I could do the tuna pepperade, which is one I would heat up, and then another one that's from the French RCIR that got raided by customs, and the chicken liver pate was removed, but everything else is intact. And the tuna salad, I paired that up with some other stuff. So I completely divided those up. I split up the drinks, divided all those up. So that's how I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to spread these out over the rest of this month. And it should be I think it should be fun seeing these all mixed up like this. I'll be doing other videos in between these ration videos. Yeah, black beans are very good. You can do all kinds of things with them. They're great in chili. They're great in bean soups. If you make refried beans out of black beans, they have a different flavor than when you use pinto beans or kidney beans to do refried beans. A few years ago, I made a vegetarian dirty rice at my mosque, and I used black beans in it. Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah, but I've had black beans in bean salads. They're good that way too. Pretty much any of these beans can be just as versatile, but each one has its own flavor. In fact, speaking of beans, I have several kinds of beans in my food storage, in dry and canned form. Ooh. So I keep bumping that thing. And if I use a tripod, I wouldn't be able to see the chat, so that's why I'm using this this desk mount that has a flexible arm that I can manipulate. Well, that was definitely, this was an enjoyable lunch. I'm glad I put these two together. Yeah, I ate that fava beans, or also known as fool, during Ramadan. I had that several times, and depending on how you make it, how you season it, it can be an acquired taste. Some people like it, some don't. You know, I've had some that ways that it was prepared that I liked, and I had some versions of it that I really didn't care for. But you know, I still ate it anyway. Yeah. I also have eaten a lot of chickpeas or garbanzo beans. So that's another one that's known by two different names. So if you're not familiar with chickpeas, they're round like a green pea but bigger, and they have the texture of a lot of the other beans. Yeah. Oh, falafel is awesome. I had some freshly made falafel during Ramadan. A few different times, some of the women would make it right before they're coming in. So those are very, very good. So, any other questions or just other stuff you want to chat about while I finish my lunch? Berkey. Now that I have the correct size drill bit that I needed for one of the holes, and I got the bastard file that I want to use for cleaning out the holes after I drill them into the bucket and one of the lids. Oh. My 15-and-a-half-year-old cat is doing fine. Well, I have reviewed a few Asian snacks that were sent to me. Let's see. I had I can't remember who sent a couple to me that were like the Japanese dried seafood snacks. And I had one from Australia. It was sent to me from Australia. So I've had a few Asian snacks, and I've reviewed some Chinese rations. I wish I could have been able to try more, but any one that contains pork in it, I do not eat since I don't eat pork. I do have some Asian stores that I can go to that I can buy some in the future. So if I wanted to buy a few and try them out on video, I would probably do that. Oh, Smitty's in the house. Well, this is the Soldier Fuel peanut butter bar. And I like it. It's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Are there other flavors of the Soldier Fuel bars besides the peanut one? Because if there are, I would definitely try them. But I am doing what I'm calling ration mashups, where I busted open all of the rations that I have received, mixing them all up. In fact, I've already divided all of the components into different meals so that I can just grab the bag or box that I put them in, and that would be one meal. So what I had here, which you no longer see, is Tuscan beef with vegetables and cannellini beans. I paired that with au gratin potatoes, and this is South African biscuits. I put apple jelly on this one, and this is what it looks like. Sorry. I bought South African digestive biscuits. Oop, that one's upside down, actually. That's what the logo looks like. And I put apple jelly on it. I got salted and roasted peanuts from a British ORP. I have French RCIR chocolate pudding. The Rumbouts coffee from the British RP mixed with a packet of the sweetened condensed milk that usually you find in the U.S. meal cold weather. And this is a fortified lemonade from MRE Star that I got in one of the MRE Nation rations. And of course the Canadian Soldier Fuel Bar, the peanut flavor, which is really good. These biscuits are sweet, so I thought it would be neat to put the apple jelly on it, and they taste good together. I have never had anything from Meal Kit Supply, although when I looked at the wrapper for the Soldier Fuel Bar, it had Meal Kit Supply Canada on it. So apparently there is a division of the company in Canada, and that's who makes the Soldier Fuel Bar. I have never had any of those Emery Star cereal bars. I have cereal bars from other rations, but I've never had the MRE Star ones. So if you go look at yesterday's video, that's where I opened up all of the rations. British RP with a vegetarian, and the only thing I did not keep out of that for this was the muesli. I did not keep out the muesli for the from the French RCIR, but I have the South African muesli that was put into the custom 24-hour ration that I got from MRE. So I have an idea for that one. The fruit explosion that you get in the British ORPs, I'm going to pair that with that South African muesli and actually mix that up. So that should be interesting. You might be able to find some of those those Chinese ration bars on the Foreign Emery website. They might have a few left unless they're sold out. But they got, I don't know if they'll be able to get any more of those in, but I would like to try some of those flavored ones. But the one that I got was it was their plain flavor, not one of the salt flavored or onion flavored or any of those. But I tried one of those, and then I resealed the other one that it was paired with. So I have that in one of my emergency kits. Oh, that would be awesome. I have never reviewed any ration. That's on my list of things to try, but I have to pick one that does not have pork in it. I'm sure if they expand their line, I'll probably be able to find one. Yeah, the coconut Chinese ration bar does sound pretty good. But Art from Foreign Emery reviewed some of the flavors, and Nathan's Emery, he reviewed some of those flavors. But I don't know of anyone else who has. But yeah, I would like to try those bars. I'll have to check out your review later. Oh, that's a bummer. I know Art and Nina are having some stuff to deal with. They got First Strike rations on their site, and I think they're going to add some other stuff soon. But I don't think they're going to quit. Yeah, I saw their video last night of their trip in Thailand and some of the foods that they sampled. Very, very interesting. I have a feeling they're going to have a blast while they're there. Yes, this is a French chocolate. It's upside down, but no, it actually, you can see it says chocolate on there. I don't want to tip it anymore because I don't want to spill it. I think that lemonade needs another stir. I don't think it quite dissolves, so I'm going to give it another mix. Now this one is not grainy. The puddings that you get in the U.S. halal MREs, those puddings are grainy, but they still have a good flavor. I want to review more of those. I've only had like three mains out of all those. What I like to do is get a full case of the halal MREs. My phone is calling for power, so. I just grabbed the power bank. Plug into it real quick. There we go. My weather radio's going off. It's a storm watch for my county and surrounding counties. It's not a warning, it's just a watch. I'm squirting out the last of my apple jelly on my last biscuit. Yeah, that's a. You probably could not understand that, but my weather radio just came on with thunderstorm watch. Not as severe as a warning, but yeah, I am in Des Moines. That's where I'm at. Yeah, that's not too far away. I have been up there, but that was my mom, my sisters, and I, and my niece, who is up there. And my nephews were also with us. So yeah, we went up and messed around in the Mall of America for a few days. I'm sure that place has changed since I was up there. Well, CT, you're more than welcome to come down to Des Moines. You just have to avoid all the construction in the downtown area. Yeah, we have fall, winter, spring, and construction season. Oh, I got a bottle of the hot diggity dog sauce that is common in the British ORPs. I have, I think, 4 of them now, and I have not opened any of them. But one of these days I will bust one of those open because I'm interested in trying it. I like to eat spicy food, but I have to watch how much I eat because I have issues with a lot of spicy food, so I don't eat a whole lot of spicy stuff very often. But I want to find the right food to put that sauce on because what I have now as far as ration components, I don't think the hot diggity dog would be the right sauce for it. Ooh, I would love to go to Canada. I'd love to go up there and fish. But because I don't drive and flying is quite expensive, and the fact that I don't have a passport, getting out of this country is going to be a bit of a problem. Oh yeah, Canada is beautiful from what I've seen from the Canadian YouTubers I watch. Yeah, I watch guys like Joe Robinette, Doug Linker, Sean James of My Self-Reliance. Haven't seen anything from Bushcraft Heroes lately, but they're up in Canada. And Bushcraft Bartons, he's another Canadian that I watch. No, I have never watched that one. Never watched Pine Tree Line. But I'm sure it's another nice one. And there's a Canadian reviewer, B Temple. He's up in Canada. I don't remember where he's at, but I know he's up in Canada. Oh yeah, Kayles. Yeah, she's. Yep, I subscribe to her channel, and she's got some good stuff on there. Best part for last. That's cool. I think it'd be awesome if those two could meet up. That would be fun. Now this pudding tastes like it has more cocoa in it than an American chocolate pudding. It's almost like a dark chocolate. Yeah, the can says extra fine, and I would agree with that. And speaking of chocolate, I put the French 60% cocoa chocolate bar in with the breakfast meal that I put together. Oh, wow. That should be fun seeing what he's got in that box. Oh, that was good. He likes, yeah, Old Smoky. He likes trying different spicy things. He's got a collection of hot sauces that others have sent him. And since he sent some stuff to me last year, including a brown bag Amory from 1993, which I was able to eat most of it, which was a surprise. And believe it or not, my taster's choice coffee that was in that Amory was actually good. It was not corrupted. But yeah, I want to find, and I have a box of goodies that I have put together for one of the guys in UK, but maybe next month but I'm not going to say his name because I want to be a surprise and ship it to him. But I put together a box that I think he'll like. Ooh. Thanks for dropping in, CT. Hopefully you can come back to another one of my streams. Yeah, I've never heard of that Plan 9, but yeah, it sounds like it might be pretty good. One that is popular down here it's called Cookies. But Cookies is a company that makes barbecue sauce, a hot sauce, and what they call a flavor enhancer. It's just a different spice blend. Like you can use it as a rub or a seasoning. But oh wow, that sounds like it might be. I have finished off my coffee, so I guess I've finished off my lunch. I may do this one, or I may pick one of the other ones. This is a tuna pepperade. It's tuna with vegetables. And that's from the RCIR. This is the bean and pasta salad from the ORP. Butter beans and kidney beans. And it's in a chili sauce. So this is British ORP menu 1. It's a vegetarian menu, although it had cheese sauce cheddar cheese spread in it. And what I may do is, I have two of these cheese spreads, and then I have the British cheddar cheese spread. Yeah, so this ORP menu 1, if you don't eat cheese or dairy, it just nix the cheddar cheese spread and put something else in there with the biscuits or whatever you have that you would put the cheese on. But so this is what the sweetened condensed milk packet looked like. The label's obviously faded on this one, but just milk sugar only. It's basically sweetened condensed milk. And this is the South African energy bar. It's a peach flavored, so I'm looking forward to trying this. So this is one of that's a mixed fruit. So this is one of the meals that I put together. These are the salty biscuits from the French RCIR. The other ones has a soup, so I may switch these out and put the South African biscuits here and use these with the soup, or I have the emery crackers there with that one, so maybe I'll just leave that one alone. There are vegetarian emeries, or the Meal Cold Weather does not have any vegetarian options. I think all of them have some kind of meat in them. But the U.S. emery, there's vegetarian. There is the ex-emery brand does vegetarian. Emery Star, I think, has vegetarian options. And of course, Emery Nation, if you want to put together a custom ration, you can pick the vegetarian items that you want and put it in there. So you could put together your own custom ration. And there are some, I think other countries may have some vegetarian options too. But definitely UK and US rations, there are vegetarian options. Wow. Huh. Yeah, that could be another possibility. I wouldn't have thought of a Russian ration having a vegetarian menu in their lineup, but I guess they do. This is a hot diggity dog sauce that you'll find it in a lot of the British ORPs or their new single meal rations that they've changed from the clear bag to the tan bag. But this is like the fourth one of these I've gotten, and I haven't opened any of these yet. Yeah, that's why I haven't opened any of these, because I want to put it on something that I think is worthy of this sauce. And once I do open it, I will keep this bottle. I'll probably just use it to store some other small amount of liquid. I could use it, say, if I'm going camping and I need a little bit of oil, I could put it in this bottle. Yeah, I'm waiting for the right dish to put this hot diggity dog sauce on. I have several bottles of the Tabasco sauce, but, you know, because that's common here, I pretty much know what that one's like, so. But this one I have not tried yet. See, this is a chickpea curry. Normally, this was in the ORP. There's a pouch with rice, but I'm going to put this with the garlic mashed potatoes. So that should be an interesting combination. So those are some teasers for my one of my next live streams. So again, I will be doing these mashups on live stream instead of trying to upload a video. Because I think it just seems more fun. So anyone else have any questions or anything else they want to add? So I'm probably going to go ahead and yeah, menu spoiler alert, but who knows? I showed that tuna pepperoni. Who knows? I may grab one of the other bags that I put together. So that's just one of the options. Be the common way to have that curry would be to put it over the rice, but because I want to be different, I'm going to put it with the garlic mashed potatoes. And basically have it as the gravy for the potatoes. And the rice is going with the barbecue chicken with black beans. In the southern U.S. and other places, beans and rice together are popular dishes, especially red beans and rice or dirty rice. But this time it'll be black beans. So I think that should be interesting. Although not as interesting as combining the curry with the mashed potatoes. I've only reviewed think one freeze-dried item. That was when someone had sent me a Mountain House freeze-dried ice cream sandwich. Of course, when I got it, it was in pieces, so I ended up putting it in a bowl. But when I was shopping at Walmart the other day, I did see them in there. I didn't buy one, but I did see them. But the Walmart that I frequent doesn't have a whole lot of variety as far as Mountain House foods. But they had one Backpacker's Pantry item on the wall, so obviously didn't get that, but I saw it there. Oh, all right, Eeyore, yeah. Yeah, you gotta check out that channel. It's good stuff there. I haven't watched any videos lately. But, yeah, Backpacker's Pantry has freeze-dried vegetarian. Let's see, Alpine Air, I think, might have some. There's some other vegetarian ones. Wise Company has some vegetarian ones. They have breakfast ones also. And when you go for their camping foods, instead of their long-term food storage foods, the red and blue label pouches are their camping foods. But they're basically packed like Mountain House or Backpacker's Pantry or some of the other ones. But there are some other companies out there that do these. Just have to find them. But Dave's 45 Auto, he does a lot of these reviews of things like Mountain House, Alpine Air, Meals, Backpacker's Pantry, and some other ones that he finds locally, and he reviews those. I think if you search eBay or Amazon, or maybe some of the sites that sell foods like that, you can probably find the different brands. Maybe if you search for a specific flavor or find different listings for different brands that way, that's probably one way to do it. But anything else? Otherwise, I think I'm going to go ahead and clean up my mess and switch to watching videos instead of making one. But I do want to thank you all for coming. I do thank those who dropped the super chats. They'll help out, and who knows, the next time I get a check from Google for my ad revenue, maybe I will buy some, or maybe I'll just upgrade something else. Who knows? But I want to use that money to help improve my channel, improve my video. Like I bought a much sturdier tripod that has the height of my bigger one, but yet it collapses down to the size of the smaller one that broke. When I went to use it one time last year, the head just broke, and I thought, well, heck with this. And that's what happened to the tripod I took with me for the Iowa YouTuber meetup last year. I was setting up to shoot video of, so I literally threw that tripod in the trash before I left the campground after I'd packed up. Yeah, I think when you're allowed to be monetized, you can select the ad formats that you want to run on your channel. But you cannot select the ad sources. YouTube will do that. But when you earn a minimum of $100, that's when you get your first payment. And you set up how you want to be paid, whether it's by direct deposit into your PayPal or a bank account or whatever, and that's how you get paid. And so I got my payment direct deposited, and I was able to go ahead and spend that. And so I bought the tripod, I bought the Vivitar camera, which I got just regular AAA batteries, but I want to try lithium batteries in it. But when I was the store that I was shopping at when I bought those lithium batteries, they only had 2 AAAs and 4 AA's, so I bought both of those. They only had 1 pack of each, so I got them both. I went to see if I can literally recharge those batteries on my battery chargers that I can put my 18650s on. And some of that money that I had been spending lately has come from what I call an Eid gift, for the Eid celebration that we recently had at the end of Ramadan. And sometimes right before, people would give some money to other people as an act of charity. And so I was given some money, and I was able to spend that on some of it I spent on preps, and some of it I spent on just stuff that I needed, and some of it I spent on stuff for the mosque. So the last bit of money I spent yesterday was from that. So when I get extra money, I think about what I can do with it. If I can buy something to add to my preps, or I can buy a ration, or I buy stuff for the mosque, or I buy something just for normal use. But this ad revenue, the playback is messing up. And you have to have built up a minimum of 4,000 watch hours over a 12-month period. And I guess if you want to keep monetized, you have to keep that sustained. You have to keep the watch time sustained above 4,000. And but doing live streams, that definitely jacks up the watch time. So even if I have just a few viewers watching, I am building up watch time. And so that is a tremendous. by doing that, but I'm doing it more for the fun of it. You know, I'm not looking to be totally reliant on ad revenue to earn a living like some of the really big channels are. You know, I want to use that money to just help the channel out, grow it, improve my video capability, and who knows, maybe I might even use some of it for a giveaway. And I have an idea for my next giveaway, but I need to find the right item first. And I need to be able to afford that item because I want to do something special for when I hit 1,500. I just got rid of my trash. But oh, that should be cool. That is awesome. Yeah, my last giveaway, I had an item donated by goinggear.com. I bought one of their Write in the Rain notebooks, and I had sent them a message saying that I bought it for, I bought 2 of them for myself, and I bought one, I wanted to buy one for a giveaway, so they sent an extra one as a freebie. So I gave away 2 of them. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, I think Going Gear has done that for some other YouTubers. But then again, I might get a ration as a giveaway. I think that might be fun. But I want to find, but now with it being harder to, yeah, goinggear.com is a site that I have bought a few items from before, and they had sent me an extra Write in the Rain notebook for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So I gave away 2 of those little notebooks that have that waterproof paper in them. They're just a small, they call it the sample notebooks that don't have like 10 sheets. But I gave away 2 of those instead of 1 as part of my prize pack. And they'd sent me the extra one as a freebie. Wow, that is awesome. Yeah, that makes it easy for you because all you have to do is give them the shipping information and they can knock that out. Yeah, my last giveaway, I had a whole bunch of camping and survival gear in it. I put together a survival box in one of those waterproof boxes that I got at Walmart. And I put a tarp in there with a complete shelter kit with, it had some cordage, it had stakes, and I put I think a couple of space blankets in there, 1 or 2, some first aid items. I put in a ferro rod that a handle that I got from Shalisa Shell. She is a fatwood hunter in Michigan, and she sent me a handle that she made and carve out a little bit more to fit the ferro rod that I got from Nathan 4071. He sells ferro rods on eBay, and he makes custom handles, which are beautiful. So they had contributed prizes to my giveaway. And these are other YouTubers who have their channels, but they do help to their giveaways when they have them. But yeah, I'm still figuring out what I want to do for my next one. I'm far from 1,500, but that means I got time to think about it. Well, you'll get there. It's hard to build up there, but if other people shout you out, then that can draw more people to your channel. If you contact other channels that do this networking, remember, it's not the sub for sub thing. That can get you into trouble in more ways than one. But if you go to a channel like say Pusa Studios, they do a lot of networking. They will promote other channels. You go into their live streams and you tell them, you go into their chat and you just put a few words about your channel and what you're about, and they will shout you out and try to get people to go check your channel out. There are other channels that do that, this networking, and that can help. That has helped me, and oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's called. I mean, you're not. I mean, begging for subscribers is one thing, but when you just want to let people know about your channel and let them decide if they want to go check you out, but you're putting the word out about your channel, and yeah, and that's what you can do when you're in a live chat. You can hit on the three dots that are next to the person's name when you're looking at your screen, or however, if you're on a computer, that's how you can do it. I'm not sure on mobile, because if I tried to do that, I'd probably be kicked out. But if you're on a computer, you can go to, you put your mouse over the three dots that are above or next to the person's name, and then you click on it and you select go to channel. Or what I do is I right click, and that opens up another box that says open a new tab. That way you don't get kicked out of the stream that you're in, but you can go to that channel in another browser tab. Then I just go to that one. If I'm not already subscribed, I subscribe to it. I click the bell, and I just close that tab, and then that way I'm subscribed, and then I can always go check that channel out later on my own time. That's usually how I do it. But yeah, when you're in a live chat, you can check out other channels. Hey, there's Will from Just in Time Prepping. He's another one that does networking. He helps people promote their channels and spread the word about them. So he does. If you talk to him about networking on one of his live shows, you can do that. Oh yeah. Yeah, go on to when he does one of. Yeah, I'm good. I just finished up my first MRE mashup. So you're just looking at an empty tray. I done ate all the food. I mixed Tuscan beef with vegetables and au gratin potatoes. I had a fortified lemonade drink. I had a French chocolate pudding. I had a Canadian peanut butter energy bar, some South African biscuits, which I put apple jelly on. I had some British peanuts and British coffee with American sweetened condensed milk that originally came from a Meal Cold Weather ration. And that was my lunch. So I got more of these mashups planned. Yep, that's okay. I'm not sure when I'll do the next one, but I've got all the meals planned out. I stayed up till almost 2 o'clock, dividing up all the ration components into different meals. So that's what I've. So now that all I have to do is grab a box or a bag that I want to do next, and so yeah, if you want to see all the ration components, you have to go to yesterday's video when I opened up all the rations after I did my shopping haul. I did all that in one live show. Said he's gonna do some channel shout outs. Yep. So Will, you saw all the goodies that I got over the next several days, or however I decide to space them out. That's when I will put them all together with all the components mixed up. If you can have 2 tabs open or 2 devices, what you can do is switch between tabs. You mute one if you want to listen to the other one for a while, and then you just switch back. You can do it that way. So if you have the capacity to do that, then yeah, you can do that. If you you have one stream going on your computer, and then have another one going on your phone or tablet, then you just mute one if you want to listen to the other, and then switch back and forth, and yeah, you can do it that way. I've done it that way as well. I've had 2 browser tabs. Oops. Well, I'm plugged into my power bank, but my phone is really about to die, so I charge for a while. And plus, I want to go ahead and clean up my mess here, so. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down. I want to thank you all for watching. And again, I want to thank those who dropped super chats earlier. And so I will be checking out Old Smoky's stream later, and then I'll drop into Just in Time Prepping. I'll drop into that one. So yeah, I'll catch y'all later. So again, thanks for watching, and catch you on the flip side.